My husband, 30 male, and I, 27 female, have been together for 3 years and married for 5 months. Our relationship has been without any problems until the week before our wedding. My husband was very close friends with a woman, let's call her Ava, that he has known since they were sophomores in high school. I never had a problem with Ava. I thought it was very obvious that she and my husband are just friends. I mean, she had a long-term boyfriend and all. So, I felt no jealousy or anything. I actually got along with Ava pretty well. We all hung out together regularly. But then my husband dropped a bombshell on me the week before we got married. I remember he sat me down and told me that Ava revealed to him that she has feelings for him and tried to convince him to not get married to me. She even broke up with her boyfriend of 6 years to prove that she was serious about my husband. My husband and I both agreed to cut her off. We uninvited her to our wedding and neither one of us have been in contact with her since. It was my husband's 30th birthday yesterday. He just wanted to have a dinner with family and friends, so that's what we did. So, we are all in a restaurant eating when all of a sudden Ava walks in. She walks to our table and says she didn't mean to intrude, that she was just getting dinner by herself and then saw us. She then wishes my husband a happy birthday. I expect her to leave, but then my husband asks if she wants to join us. I look at my husband like, what the heck are you doing? I'm visibly uncomfortable and irritated. I stand up and tell Ava that she can have my seat and then I walk out and get an Uber home because I want absolutely nothing to do with her. When my husband comes home almost 2 hours later, he immediately starts an argument with me. He tells me I overreacted and acted immaturely. I ask him why he asked Ava to eat with us because I thought we were on the same page. He replies that he was just being nice and he didn't think it would be a big deal because it's been a long time since he has seen her, so she probably doesn't have feelings for him anymore. And then he tells me that I ruined his birthday. I'm still upset about it all. I don't think I'm the one in the wrong. I mean, this woman literally tried to steal my partner. Am I the jerk? Not the jerk. It's been 5 months, not 5 years. Your husband is delusional if he thinks she's genuinely gotten over him and his behavior was appropriate. I had a guy friend who developed a crush on me, and despite me making it clear that I didn't share that kind of feeling whatsoever, he still harbored feelings for me for almost 10 years until someone else gave him the interest I wasn't showing him. He threw out our decade-long friendship because he had relationship zoned me and found a replacement. It's impossible to know if Ava is like my ex-friend, which I'm betting she is, or if she's able to get over things quickly, but trying to destroy their wedding a couple of days before his relationship ending, and she should never have been asked to sit down. Yeah, I had a friend harbor a crush on some level for like 20 years. Like it started when I was 14 and sometimes I'm not sure if he's over it yet. We're 36, and he's married with 2 kids, and my partner and I have been together for almost 5 years. And yet, I still get crush vibes, and a couple years ago he reached out to ask me if I thought it could have ever worked out between us. An emphatic no. I had a brief crush on him at like 15 because I liked that he liked me, but that was the extent of anything between us. I've always felt slightly sorry for his wife. I know she's not his first choice, but I genuinely hope she doesn't know that. She's a sweet person and deserves better than that. I wouldn't be surprised if Ava is trying to worm her way into a relationship, and OP's husband is either deeply clueless, or he's aware and kind of enjoying the attention, or he actually has a thing for her too. Either way, OP is not the jerk and needs to be really cautious. This is Seuss. Not the jerk. I'd like to give your hubby the benefit of the doubt and say he's just dumb to invite a woman that tried to talk him out of marrying you to sit at your table. Maybe he felt pressured because family and friends that knew her, but might not know why she had been uninvited to the wedding, were present. However, he didn't stop you from walking out. He didn't try to go after you. He didn't call or text to check on you. He stayed out for 2 freaking hours, and then he has the sheer audacity to come home and yell at you for your behavior. All of this is a red flag. Then add to it the nearly unbelievable coincidence of her being in that restaurant alone. You knew her pretty well. Was she the type of woman that would go out to eat all alone? Very few people feel comfortable doing such and would rather order take-home. You might want to reconsider your marriage. His relationship with that other woman is still suspect, and how he treated you was outright disrespectful at the table, and completely uncaring afterwards, followed by a huge scoop of gas lighting you when he got home. None of this is healthy. I have been informed by my friend that my wife seems to have a lot of body confidence on a few occasions. She posts a lot of photos on Instagram in dresses, crop tops, and now that it's summer, swimsuits. I've never had a problem with it. I think most girls in their mid-20s do the same thing, but my friend has been making weird remarks to me about her posts since we got married. He essentially says her posts are too provocative for a married woman and that she's putting herself online like she's a single woman. He also makes the point that most married women do not post photos like she does, and his wife would never disrespect him by posting photos like this. I brought it up to my wife once and she just laughed and said he was weird. I agreed and haven't said anything about it to her since. Recently a group of us got together at the lake. My wife wore what I considered normal attire, a bikini, but my friend thought differently. He made a comment in front of us guys about her butt being out and asked me if she just liked to make everyone uncomfortable and have people stare at her. And of course he brought it back around to his wife saying how she dresses respectful in front of other guys. His wife had a one-piece, I think, but wore a cover-up most of the time we were there. My wife wasn't wearing a thong bathing suit bottom, so I honestly don't know what his deal was. There were other girls there in two pieces besides her. I had honestly had enough of his incessant continuous comments about my wife and how he was continually comparing her to his more conservatively dressed wife, so I said, "Your wife just dresses like that because she can't pull off a swimsuit. Stop fixating on my wife, bro, it's getting old fast." I know his wife hadn't caused anything and probably didn't deserve that, but it did get him to shut up. We actually haven't talked since then, to which I don't really care. We'll probably run into each other the next time we have a friend throw an outing though. I do feel like his wife didn't deserve that, even if she didn't know I said it, so I'm wondering if I'm a jerk. I don't really want to apologize to him before he apologizes for all of his comments, but if Reddit thinks it's the consensus I might. Edit, his wife was not around when I said this. It was just a group of guys. Everyone sucks here. Well, the husbands do. You should have stood up for your wife and not insulted his. Exactly. Instead of OP telling off this guy for stalking his wife's social media pages, obsessing over her in public, and constantly judging her appearance, OP instead takes a jab at his innocent wife. That's a crap move. I would have instead called out this creep for gawking at OP's wife every single chance he gets. Exactly. OP's friend sucks, but OP is no better. They are both guilty of objectifying each other's wives. Fellas, we need you to shut this nonsense down. We aren't there to hear it, and the guys that do it don't listen to us anyway. We need you to stand up and tell your friends that it is not okay to treat the women in your lives this way. OP also needs to tell his wife that his friend is a creep. And stop inviting the creep to stuff. It is not normal for this dude to fixate on OP's wife like this. He isn't safe. Why the ever-living hell is he still being invited? Which is made even worse by the fact that the poor woman has to live with that kind of disrespect and very likely has a ton of body image issues and internalized misogyny as a result. Instead of punching down on her to get back at her creepy predatory husband, OP would have done better to stand up for both women by pointing out how disrespectful the other dude was being to them. Also, I find it comically naive how OP doesn't get why this guy only singled out his wife even though other women were also in two pieces. Newsflash, dude. Your friend is hot for your wife and blaming that fact on her.